return to action on PCW Full Throttle. You heard just a few minutes ago, Chris, it's going to be the mask versus the belt. Gigolo James Johnson versus Captain Canada with the Cruiserweight title on the line.
Well, I think Gigolo James Johnson's bitten off more than he could chew here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Luke Bronson!
This guy is so mean, the bulls run from him.
I wouldn't doubt that for a second. Big cowboy from Paradise, Texas.
My name's Luke Bronson, and I'm from Paradise, Texas!
Isn't that what you just said?
I believe it is.
And in the city of Paradise, Texas, Luke Bronson only needs a woman in two places: the kitchen and the bedroom. I don't need a man for anything at all. When you can beat a grown man to death with a single piece of straw, you don't need help from any little computer geek.
Is he talking about the code?
I think so.
Wow. Wonder what's happened here.
So Code will no longer be accompanying me.
Well, that's a change.
My name's Luke Bronson, and I'm from Paradise, Texas.
I guess in case we didn't get it the first time.
And he's code free.
Okay, well, we'll see how Luke Bronson does on his own against a man who's been a nemesis of his for some time now. We're talking about the big, strong man, Kevin Paine.
This guy's very, very, what's the word? Walks softly, carries a big stick. Speaking of big sticks, he's a big pain in Eddie Atlas's side.
No kidding. Oh, look at this. He's got that kendo stick he got from Eddie Atlas last week.
Stole would be the word.
Well, Atlas dropped it, Paine picked it up, and hasn't let go of it since.
If you dropped a $5 bill right here, and I picked it up and kept it, would that be stealing?
Well,
he stole the kendo stick.
If it was my $5 bill, yeah. Well, anyhow.
And his opponent, from the House of Pain, Kevin Paine!
The thief!
Well, you know Eddie Atlas is going to be keeping a watchful eye on this match. Eddie's in that triple threat match main event coming up later tonight. But Eddie Atlas and Kevin Paine, nothing is settled, even close to being settled between those two.
Well, Paine better watch his back because, you know, not only is Eddie Atlas in the house, but he's got Luke Bronson standing in front of him. And man, when Bronson steel wrestles, we're not talking about those little ones that they let out of the chute and they run up, you know, behind him on a horse and jump off and grab him to the floor. We're talking about those big, you know what I'm saying?
Like
big son of a guns.
Big Brahmas, big Longhorns.
Longhorns, man. This guy's taking a Longhorn down. Look, man, I get so excited about this guy just because of the pure power that he exudes. I just can't even talk about it.
6'6", 250, and tremendous leverage against beast or man. And Kevin Paine with a go-behind rear waistlock takedown. And now Kevin Paine on top with a front chancery on Bronson.
That's a good thing because Kevin Paine's been described as both, man. This guy's just thick.
Big as a bull, strong as a bull as well. Bronson, though, with a hammerlock on Paine. What I'd like to know, I'd like to know what happened between Bronson and Code to cause Bronson to just publicly disavow the man like that.
Well, you know Code. I mean, the guy's got so many irons in the fire. Maybe Bronson got tired of, you know, taking a back seat to all his computer stuff and everything else that he's got.
Oh, look at this. A chop from Bronson, but Paine coming back with a kick to the hamstrings. A chop and a kick and a chop and a kick. They're just going back and forth, and now Paine trying to take that right leg out from under big Luke Bronson. Oh, look at that jumping kick, but Bronson ducked out of the way and gave him the Mongolian chops. Now he's got him in the corner.
Did he really just go for a spinning roundhouse?
He sure did. Big man went for a big agility move. But it's Bronson coming out on top here, a chop.
You know, that's how they tenderize the meat down there on the ranch.
I'm sure Luke does that by hand, too. And now Bronson dragging Paine to mid-ring. Got the big 290-pounder up for a body slam. Fans chanting broke back at him. Bronson with a jumping leg drop, and now only two.
The guy has nothing to do with Brokeback Mountain. He's never even seen Brokeback Mountain. He's never even been near Brokeback Mountain.
Okay, I get your point. But in any case, Bronson's got Paine back to his feet now, and
it is a heartwarming movie, though.
Well, I haven't seen it, and I don't really care to. But Bronson giving the fans the universal salute and a big overhand chop and another one to Paine. Bronson gunning off the ropes, but look at that. He went for everything with the clothesline, and Paine instead kicking the leg out from under him.
Who's Paine think he is? David Beckham?
I'll tell you what, Paine is bending that leg like Beckham, no question about that. And a big left-handed chop and a big overhand chop from Paine. All the way from the House of Pain, and now the big man going for a deal out of the corner, just tosses the man like he was nothing.
Wow, taking that 6'6" over like that, man. That's power. That's pure power.
Indeed it is. Kevin Paine with the support of the fans here at PCW Arena on top of the cover. 1, 2, and well, not even a 2 count. Bronson with a very authoritative kick.
And again, you've watched Kevin Paine in his matches before. He's been in big matches. He's been in mid-card matches. He's been everywhere. But the one thing that's holding back Kevin Paine the most is that he cares what everybody thinks. He cares about what people think when it comes time to finish his opponent. And that has always held him back, and that's going to hold him back until he...
Oh, what a suplex by Kevin Paine.
Until he decides that he wants...
with a cover, 2, only 2.
No, you can't cover Bronson like that. Until he decides that he wants to take the bull by the... Well, Bronson by the... If he wants to win more matches...
There you go.
You know, he's really going to have to forget about what these people want him to do and just focus on what it's going to take to win.
I'll tell you what, he should have gotten out of the way of that boot, but he didn't, so now it's Bronson on top of the cover, hooking the leg, 2, and only 2. Kevin Paine just a little too strong for that, and now Bronson going in with a choke. Trying to choke the life out of Kevin Paine there, breaking at the count, and once again with the choke. And Bronson, a man on his own now. He says he needs nobody.
Well, he needs a woman. He doesn't need any man.
Well, yeah, he made that very clear. And Bronson, oh, look at this. He's just mocking the fans right now. Mocking the fans, mocking Kevin Paine, and now tossing him out to the floor. And in past cases, this would be where code would get involved. But again, no code. It's Luke Bronson by himself taking care of business on his own. And look at that big jumping Mongolian chop to the back.
And laying on that floor, man, that'll knock the wind clean out of you.
Absolutely. Bronson now with Paine and a whip. Oh, my.
Paine's really struggling to catch his breath. Look at him.
Well, he is the big man trying hard to get that second win, but Luke Bronson is not about to let him do that. We have some very, very dangerous men here in PCW. Luke Bronson's one of them, and another one, Charlie Haas. We'll see him later tonight in that triple threat match. Covered 2, and only 2. Eddie Atlas and Mace Malone also involved in that one. That's our main event later on. 2, and once again, only a 2 count.
Well, we've got all sorts of dangerous people in this outfit here at PCW. Tim Storm, the World Heavyweight Champion.
True.
One of the most devastating men in PCW. You think about the Dark Circle. I mean, you think about people like Lance Hoyt. I mean, Lance Hoyt. Big crowd favorite. Yeehaw. But where is he?
He's in France this week.
Sightseeing or
traveling the world.
Of course he is. Of course he is. But he's still one of the most dangerous men in PCW. Don't piss him off. Kevin Paine, one of the most devastating men in PCW. Luke Bronson, we see what he's doing to Kevin Paine. So imagine what it's like.
And I tell you what, the competition is hot here in PCW, and Kevin Paine with that arm up, signifying that he is not going anywhere, firing into elbows now to the midsection of Bronson. Bronson, though, with the forearm, putting the big man down to one knee. Back up to a vertical base, and now an Irish whip, a reversal by Paine.
Oh, no.
Overhead, belly to belly, my gosh.
And he got that 6'6" frame all the way over, too.
Very dangerous move, and now Paine going behind at a German suplex now, folding him up like an accordion. What power this young man has.
And he's going up.
Kevin Paine is going to the top
This
rope.
ring can't take that.
The 290-pounder is about to fly.
He's going to leave a crater if he does.
He's going to go all the way through to the floor. Oh, my, what a crossbody by Paine.
Oh, my God. You know, I've talked about the House of Pancakes. Well, he just turned Luke Bronson into a pancake.
Man, he waffled him big time.
Holy cow.
Man, I don't think I've seen anything like that from Kevin Paine. 1, 2, and only a 2. Oh, wait a minute. Here comes Eddie Atlas.
Hello, Eddie. Eddie's coming back to get his property.
Back to reclaim his kendo stick, and he's got it. And Kevin Paine's about to count the 3-2-1 to the ground zero on Bronson. I don't think he's even seen Atlas yet.
I don't think he needs to. Well,
Bronson, though, working his way out. Oh, wait a minute. Atlas from behind with a kendo stick, and now Bronson's got a hold of him in that full Nelson. Can he nail the big man with it?
oh, he got him.
Lord, look
He
at
got
that.
him. That's like picking up a Bravo bull.
1, 2, and 3.
Oh, that was beautiful.
An assist from Eddie Atlas in the kendo stick.
He looked like Hank Blaylock swinging at a 40-mile-an-hour fastball.
And hitting it out of the park. My gosh, Kevin Paine's going to be feeling that one for a while. Luke Bronson wins. This thing between Paine and Atlas is nowhere near over, and neither is BCW Full Throttle. More action still to come. Last man standing match coming right up.